record. All right, so we've started the recording for today's session. As discussed, I will share the screen one more time. You can all take a look at it. Or you all have the document with yourself also, right? Yeah, you
Yes.
can all open the
Yes.
document if you want. It'll be easier for you to read if you have the document open in front of you.
Okay.
Both of you open it.
Yes.
Great. So I'll repeat the topic that Hariom just read. It says that many people believe that universities should focus more on practical skills rather than theoretical knowledge. कल हमने discuss both views and give your opinion. वो
Opinion.
type का ऐसे किया था, right? And I had
Yes.
explained the format to you people. But today's essay type is, to what extent do you agree or disagree? So this is not even do you agree or disagree, but this is basically किस हद तक, to what
Mm-hmm.
extent do you agree or disagree. So as we read this essay together, we'll also go through what your format should be for writing. Okay, so I'll read the first paragraph. While I read the first paragraph, both of you listen to it very carefully. And after I'm done reading, Hariom, you are supposed to repeat what I have just read. So you try and make sure that you don't make any pronunciation mistakes and try to read in a way that replicates how I read it in the first time. Okay?
Okay.
Let's start with the introductory paragraph. Again, we learned yesterday that the introductory paragraph is basically nothing but a paraphrasing of the question. You repeat the question, but in your own words, using the kind of vocabulary that you deem fit, right? So it is paraphrasing as well as elaborating the question to make it slightly longer. But the introductory paragraph does not need to have any reasons, any justifications, any opinions. These are things that you do not add in the intro. Basically, no information required in the introductory paragraph. So, my screen is also visible. कल का ऐसे कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ था? In the contemporary era, in
Era.
today's modern world, right? And वो क्यों था? Because yesterday's topic was about technology, and
Mm-hmm.
technology is very much about the modern world, right? It's
Yes.
connected to the modern era. So वहां पे वो relevant था कि in the contemporary era. But today we say in recent years, in the past few decades, in recent
Oh.
years, there has been an ongoing debate, right? Ongoing debate, ongoing discussion, ongoing
Mm-hmm.
conversation. In recent years, there has been an ongoing debate about the primary purpose of higher education. That what is the main motive behind higher education? So, on the one hand, some argue that universities should prioritize practical skills or hands on experience to better prepare students for the workforce, to make
Mm.
them more employable. Employable means somebody who's capable of getting
Um.
employability. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll repeat this sentence again. On the one hand, comma, some argue that, some claim that, some assert that, some argue that universities should prioritize practical skills to better prepare students for the workforce. On the other hand, others maintain that, others challenge this opinion, others
Mm-hmm.
believe that theoretical knowledge remains indispensable.
Mm-hmm.
Indispensable का मतलब होता है जेना वगर ना चाले, समथिंग दैट इज
Mm-hmm.
वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट, कि ये नहीं होगा तो नहीं चलेगा. आई लव माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड अलॉट, शी इज इंडिस्पेंसिबल इन माई लाइफ. ऐसा नहीं कि कल को वो शी इज नॉट माई फ्रेंड तो मुझे चलेगा. शी इज indispensable. You all can write down this word in your rough book.
Mm-hmm.
Indispensable means something that's very important, something that you cannot do without. Indispensable. Spelling देख के लिखना. Okay. So, on the other hand, others maintain that theoretical knowledge remains indispensable for intellectual development. So intellectual development के लिए theory is very very important. उसके बिना नहीं चलेगा. That's what we are trying to say. Now what happens in this essay? In this essay, I will critically examine both perspectives. So critically examine का मतलब यही होता है कि दोनों पर्सपेक्टिव्स के मैं प्रोस एंड कॉन्स दोनों डिस्कस करने वाली हूं. क्रिटिसाइज का मतलब क्या होता है? निंदा करना, बुराई
हम्म
करना. दैट इज क्रिटिसाइज. बट यू नो सम पीपल बाय प्रोफेशन दे आर मूवी क्रिटिक्स. मूवीज के बारे में रिव्यूज देते हैं, राइट? सो
हम्म
क्रिटिक्स या क्रिटिसिज्म इज नॉट ऑलवेज इन द नेगेटिव सेंस. Criticism can be constructive criticism that actually benefits you. It can be simply acknowledging the plus side and the minus side. So here we are saying that in this essay, I will critically examine both perspectives before presenting my own stance. S
Dance.
T A
Okay.
N C E. Okay. Now, same paragraph. Hariom, you repeat and you read.
Okay. In recent years, there has been an ongoing debate about the primary purpose of higher education. On the one hand, some argue that universities should prioritize practical skills to better prepare students for the workforce. On the other hand, others maintain that theoretical knowledge remains indispensable for intellectual development. In this essay, I will critically examine both perspectives before presenting my own stance.
I feel like in just one day you are reading much better. It's nice to hear that. Good. We will now move on to the second paragraph. Now, in the second paragraph, we'll first talk about the importance of hands on training. We'll first to discuss this side, that why practical knowledge is of utmost importance. Why practical knowledge is of paramount importance, right? So, this
Mhm,
part Meet repeats after I have read aloud. Okay? So, again, here's how we begin the paragraph. To begin with, एडवोकेट्स ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल एजुकेशन. देखो, आप जो भी साइड को सपोर्ट करते हो ना, आप वो साइड के एडवोकेट हुए. एडवोकेट क्या करता है? आपके पक्ष में बोलता है, ओपनली
mhm,
बोलता है. तो किसी चीज को एडवोकेट करना मतलब किसी चीज की तारीफ करना, उसको प्रमोट करना. सो प्रमोटर्स ऑफ, advocates of. So you can write down this word because agree disagree type essay में ये word आपको काम आएगा. કે જે લોકો એવું માને છે that practical knowledge is more important, તો એ લોકો practical knowledge ના advocates, right? So you can write it in this way: advocates of practical education. To begin with, advocates of practical education assert that, assert कल किया था, कोई चीज को स्ट्रांगली बोलना, धार दे के बोलना, दावा करना. ठीक है? हम लोग सिंपल क्या लिखते हैं? दैट दे से दैट, दे believe that. You can see on the screen I'm typing. To
mm,
begin with, supporters of practical education say that, supporters of practical education believe that. But उससे better word है assert करना, कि आप एकदम strongly कोई चीज बोल रहे हो, right? That's why the word is assert. To begin with, advocates of practical education assert that job markets today demand graduates who are immediately employable. There are many companies, organizations these days who believe that we don't have the bandwidth, the time, the resources to bring in someone and then provide them training from scratch. So, what do they expect? They expect that college education, university education should be such that हमारे पास जो भी freshers आ रहे हैं, they are ready to go on the job. दे आर रेडी टू स्टार्ट वर्किंग, हमको फिर उनको सॉफ्ट स्किल्स की ट्रेनिंग, अलग अलग ट्रेनिंग न देनी पड़े, राइट? सो इन लोगों का कहना भी ये है, जो लोग प्रैक्टिकल एजुकेशन को एडवोकेट करते हैं, वो लोग असर्ट भी यही कर रहे हैं दैट जॉब मार्केट्स टुडे दे डिमांड ग्रेजुएट्स हु आर इमीडिएटली एम्प्लॉयबल, रेडी फॉर वर्क। ओके, सो अब हम नेक्स्ट पॉइंट नहीं, यही पॉइंट को हमें एलैबोरेट करना है, इसलिए कनेक्टर में हमने लिखा है इन दिस रिगार्ड। वी आर नॉट यूजिंग मोर ओवर, वी आर नॉट यूजिंग फर्दर मोर। इन दिस रिगार्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज दैट, प्रायोरिटाइज वर्ड ऊपर आ गया था, we don't want to repeat the same word, so instead of prioritize now we are writing
Emphasis.
emphasize. Emphasize, SIZE. Okay, in this regard, universities that emphasize hands on training, they equip students with the competencies. कोई चीज में कॉम्पिटेंट होना मतलब कोई चीज की आवड़त होना। आई एम वेरी कॉम्पिटेंट इन कोडिंग, मैं कोडिंग में बहुत सक्षम हूं, मुझे वो चीज की आवड़त है। सो उस सेंस में आई विल रिपीट द सेंटेंस अगेन। इन दिस रिगार्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज दैट एम्फसाइज हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग, वो लोग क्या करते हैं, वो लोग तैयार करते हैं, इक्विप करते हैं, दे इक्विप स्टूडेंट्स with the competencies required to excel in professional environments. Now we move on to an example. For instance, for example, to exemplify, to illustrate. For instance, fields such as engineering, medicine, and information technology necessitate. Write down this word, guys. नेसेसरी बनाना, उसको बोलते हैं नेसेसिटेट, ठीक है? कोई चीज को नेसेसरी बनाना। आई वुड लाइक यू ऑल टू एक्सपेरिमेंट विद दिस वर्ड। ये जो वर्ड है ना, कहीं पे आप लोग सर्कल करके रखो, मैं आप लोगों को होमवर्क में जो भी राइटिंग या कुछ भी दूंगी, उसमें कहीं ना कहीं ये वर्ड यूज करने की कोशिश करना। लेट मी सी आप लोग करेक्टली यूज करते हो कि नहीं, ठीक है? सो for instance, fields such as engineering, medicine, and IT necessitate real world application of knowledge. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये जो फील्ड्स है ना, इंजीनियरिंग, मेडिसिन, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, ये फील्ड्स ऐसे हैं कि आपको जो भी नॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी से सीखने को मिला है, वट एवर यू हैव लर्नड, उसका आपको कहीं ना कहीं रियल वर्ल्ड एप्लीकेशन करना ही पड़ेगा। आफ्टर लर्निंग मेडिसिन, you will be in the hospital with a patient and you will have to apply whatever you've learned in the real world, you'll have to apply it. So these fields, they necessitate real world application of knowledge. Now, it is often argued that a curriculum grounded in practice, practice मतलब practical work, ठीक है? Hands on की बातें कर रहे हैं again. It is often argued that a curriculum grounded in practice can significantly enhance students' career prospects. ये स्टूडेंट्स में आप देखो, एस के बाद अपोस्ट्रोफी लगा हुआ है। अपोस्ट्रोफी का तो आपको यूज पता है, राइट? दिस इज मीट्स हाउस, आ मीत નું ઘર છે, તો MEET અપોસ્ટ્રોફી S. બટ આમાં અપોસ્ટ્રોફી S પછી કેમ છે? કેન યુ ટેલ મી? લખ્યું એ જ છે कि जो करिकुलम प्रैक्टिकल होता है वो स्टूडेंट्स के करियर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स को एनहांस कर सकता है, बट व्हाई इज द अपोस्ट्रोफी एट द एंड?
Yeah, because students are itself plural. That's why.
Very good. Students are plural. It ends with an S already. So isme the apostrophe is at the end of the word. Welcome, Raj. Good to see you.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. ठीक है, सो यहाँ पे वर्ड है एनहांस। एनहांस के लिए कल हम लोगों ने देखा था इम्प्रूव, एमिलियोरेट, We had done a couple of synonyms for enhance, if you remember. किसी चीज को improve करना, किसी चीज को better करना, किसी चीज को ameliorate करना. There was one more word, enrich karna, to improve something, right? So you can try and remember ameliorate also. It is often argued that a curriculum grounded in practical knowledge can significantly enhance a student's career prospects. Last point, connector use kiya. Moreover, such an approach reduces the gap between academic learning and industry expectations. Academically आपको क्या सिखाया और industry को आपसे क्या चाहिए, एनी बच्चे नु gap ओछू करवू, to bridge that gap. Okay, so moreover, such a practical approach, it reduces the gap between academic learning and industry expectations, thereby fostering employability. Again, thereby का meaning मैंने कल बताया था, thus, THUS. You will notice that जहां पे भी thus लिखने का आता है, मैंने आप लोगों को thereby लिख लिख के दिया है, ठीक है? अवे जब गैप कम होगा एकेडमिक्स एंड इंडस्ट्री के बीच में, तो नेचुरली क्या होगा, इंसान की एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी बढ़ेगी, thereby fostering employability. Now, Meet, you will reread the whole paragraph slowly, calmly, try not to rush at all. Go.
To begin with, advocates of practical education assert that job markets today demand graduates who are immediately employable. In this regard, universities that emphasize hands-on training equip students with the competencies required to excel in professional environments. For instance, fields such as engineering, medicine, and information technology necessitate
Again,
real-world
necessitate.
yeah.
Break it,
So
संधि
fields such
करो.
as
ना.
necessitate,
Hmm.
necessitate,
Necessitate.
necessitate,
Perfect.
necessitate real-world application of knowledge. It is often argued that a curriculum grounded in practice can significantly enhance students' career prospects. Moreover, such an approach reduces the gap between academic learning and industry expectations, thereby fostering employability.
Very nice. You're also reading much better than what you read yesterday. I'm happy to see in one day you're sounding so different. Okay, now we will move on to the third paragraph. Okay, third paragraph, again, I will read and explain first. And then who would like to repeat this? Raj, are you available to like actually interact, or you're only listening?
Right now, I can read it, but if someone
Hmm?
is like coming here, so I have to like,
You might be
uh,
interrupted, right?
yeah, I might be interrupted.
No problem. In that case, in the next session, I'll make you interact actively. Here, you can just be a passive listener. That's fine. Okay?
Yeah, yeah, okay,
ठीक है.
thank you.
So next paragraph, back to Hariom. So now we are going to talk about the other side of the coin. The other side of the coin is basically where people stress on the importance of theoretical knowledge as opposed to practical knowledge, right? So again, कल next paragraph start करने के पहले हमने word use किया था conversely, on the other hand. आज हम use कर रहे हैं however. We need a word that indicates that we are going to talk about the opposite viewpoint now. Hence, this connector, thereby this connector. Okay? So, however, please pay attention to this word. However, it would be erroneous. ये देखो बहुत सिंपल वर्ड है. ये आता है एरर. एरर पता है ना आप लोगों को, ERROR. एरर मतलब गलती, मिस्टेक. So, however, इट वुड बी एरनस का मतलब है ખોટું પડી જશે, આ વસ્તુ ખોટી થઈ જશે, ટू अंडर एस्टिमेट द वैल्यू ऑफ थियोरिटिकल नॉलेज. सो बेसिकली हम ये कह रहे हैं कि ठीक है, ऊपर हमने प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज के इंपॉर्टेंस की बात की, वी डिस्कस दैट, हावेवर परंतु આ વસ્તુ ખોટી પડી જશે જો આપણે थियोरिटिकल नॉलेज ने अंडर एस्टिमेट કરી નાખ્યું तो. बेसिकली कहने का तात्पर्य ये कि नहीं, थियोरिटिकल नॉलेज भी उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो अगेन नेक्स्ट पैरा स्टार्ट करने के लिए ऑपोजिट व्यू पॉइंट के लिए ऐसा सेंटेंस आप यूज कर सकते हो जो भी ऑपोजिट साइड है. हावेवर इट वुड बी एरनस टू अंडर एस्टिमेट एंड देन पीछे जो भी टॉपिक है वो. तो इतना आप लोग लिख लो. एरनस का स्पेलिंग देख लेना. Write down this phrase in your notebook. Okay. However, it would be erroneous to underestimate the value of theoretical knowledge. Now, let's talk about why theoretical knowledge is so important. Okay? So, academic concepts, हमको बार बार theoretical knowledge same word repeat नहीं करते जाना है. तो अभी theoretical knowledge के बदले हमने क्या लिखा? Academic concepts, bookish knowledge, what we learn from the books. You want to replace the word with various different words, right? So, academic concepts provide the intellectual foundation upon which the practical skills are built. It's a good sentence. Listen again. You can close your eyes and listen to it. Okay? That way you internalize it much better. Academic concepts provide the intellectual foundation upon which practical skills are built. Now, moving on to the next point, connector use करेंगे furthermore. Moreover हो गया, however हो गया, अभी एक furthermore लेते हैं. Furthermore, disciplines such as, disciplines का मतलब fields such as, अलग अलग field होते हैं ना, mathematics, science, etc. So, furthermore, disciplines such as philosophy, mathematics, and pure sciences rely heavily on. Rely करना, RELY. मैं बोलूं कि यार हरिओम બહુ જ રિલાયેબલ માણસ છે, એના પર ડિપેન્ડ કરી શકાય, ही इज वेरी रिलायबल. तो रिलाय करना मतलब किसी चीज पे टेका देना, किसी चीज पे डिपेंड करना. ठीक है? सो furthermore, disciplines such as philosophy, mathematics, and pure sciences, RELY, rely heavily on abstract reasoning and conceptual understanding. It is important to recognize that. ये recognize करना जरूरी है. ठीक है? It is important to recognize that without a solid theoretical base, individuals may lack the capacity for critical thinking and innovation. Simple point, but I'll repeat again. You can close your eyes. It is important to recognize that without a solid theoretical base, individuals may lack the capacity for critical thinking and innovation. Now, consequently, ये भी हमने कल किया था. Consequently मतलब as a result, नतीजामा, right? So इसका spelling देख के रखना. Consequently, એના કારણે, એટલે. Consequently, an overemphasis on practical skills. જો આપણે practical skills ઉપર વધારે પડતું ભાર આપી દીધું તો, એને overemphasis આપી દીધું તો. Consequently, an overemphasis on practical skills could lead to a superficial understanding. ऊपर ऊपर से आपको सब समझ में आया, बट डीपली आपको कुछ मालूम नहीं पड़ा। सुपरफिशियल बार थी, ऊपर ऊपर थी, ठीक है। It could lead to a superficial understanding of complex subjects, ultimately hindering long term progress. हिंडर करना मतलब किसी चीज में रुकावट डालना, किसी चीज को डिस्टर्ब करना। सो अल्टीमेटली क्या हो जाएगा, अगर आपके पास खाली सुपरफिशियल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ही है कॉम्प्लेक्स सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में, तो आपका लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोग्रेस अटक जाएगा, कहीं ना कहीं रुक जाएगा। सो अल्टीमेटली ये वर्ड लिख के रखो, हिंडर, HINDER। एंड हिंडर ने गुजराती में શું કહેવાય, व्हाट्स द गुजराती ट्रांसलेशन, वो देख के अपने नोटबुक में लिख दो, मैं आपको देती हूँ, ठहरो। हिंडर इन गुजराती, इट्स नाइस वर्ड, अवरोध, अवरोध કહેવાય ને। सो अल्टीमेटली हिंडरिंग लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोग्रेस, ठीक है। Like yesterday, it is exactly at this point that you get a drink of water, you stretch, you turn off your camera for 2 minutes, and then this paragraph will be read by Hariom. Just 2 minutes. Take that time, get your blood flowing a little bit. Do you want to get back to it? Feeling a little fresh? Okay, I see Hariom and Meet were both still continuing to read, I suppose. Very nice. All right, so this paragraph is being read by Hariom, so you can start. I have scrolled up.
However, it would be erroneous to underestimate the value of theoretical knowledge, Academic concepts provide the intellectual foundation upon which practical skills are built. Furthermore, disciplines such as philosophy, mathematics, and pure sciences rely heavily on abstract reasoning and conceptual understanding. It is important to recognize that without a solid theoretical base, individuals may lack the capacity for critical thinking and innovation. Consequently, an overemphasis on practical skills could lead to a superficial understanding of complex subjects, ultimately hindering long term progress.
Brilliant, very nice. Now we come to the paragraph before the conclusion paragraph where you are talking about how much you agree or disagree, right? So, what is your opinion? That's what we are discussing over here. And ये paragraph में वो चीज एकदम स्पष्ट, एकदम clear, एकदम evident हो जाना चाहिए. Now there should be no confusion left. So, in this essay, we are not going to agree with only one side. We are not going to actually say that no, theoretical knowledge is more important than practical. Neither are we going to say that practical knowledge is more important than theoretical. Because, see, both of these statements are erroneous. Do you agree? Claiming that any one is more important, it's an erroneous statement. Because to be very honest, you need a proper balance of both. Both of these things are equally important if you want to ensure holistic education. Holistic matlab well rounded, જેની અંદર બધું જ કવર થઈ જાય એને આપણે holistic કહીએ, whole, right? So indeed, a balanced approach appears to be the most effective solution. Universities should, ये word देख लो, strive, STRIVE. स्ट्राइव करने का मतलब बहुत सिंपल होता है. आई एम राइटिंग इट ओवर हियर ऑन द स्क्रीन. ट्राई करना, कोशिश करना, अटेम्प्ट,
Mhm.
प्रयत्न करवो. सो आप स्ट्राइव लिख सकते हो, ट्राई लिख सकते हो, अटेम्प्ट लिख सकते हो. ठीक है? Indeed, a balanced approach appears to be the most effective solution. Universities should strive to integrate both. They should strive to integrate, include both practical and theoretical elements within their curriculum. This holistic approach, here is the word that I had just spoken, holistic, जो पूरा प्रॉपर अप्रोच है, जो कंप्लीटली कवर करता है हर चीज को. ठीक है? होलिस्टिक मेडिसिन भी बोलते हैं, होलिस्टिक एजुकेशन भी बोलते हैं. सो आज ये होलिस्टिक अप्रोच છે, this holistic approach ensures that students not only acquire applicable skills, એ લોકો ફક્ત applicable skills acquire નહીં કરે, but also develop intellectual depth. जोड़े जोड़े इंटेलेक्चुअल डेप्थ पण डेवलप करसे. तो ये है नॉट ओनली बट ऑल्सो.
But also,
नॉट ओनली बट ऑल्सो वाला एक सेंटेंस लिख के आना अपने ऐसे के अंदर, चाहे कोई भी टॉपिक हो. तो इसको आप शायद टिप नंबर 1 गिन सकते हो. नॉट ओनली बट ऑल्सो स्टेटमेंट लिख दो कहीं पे अपने नोटबुक में. 1 नॉट ओनली बट ऑल्सो स्टेटमेंट कंपल्सरी. पर उसमें गलती नहीं. ठीक है? ओके. This holistic approach ensures that students not only acquire applicable skills but also develop the intellectual depth necessary for problem solving. एक और point, in addition, such an educational model encourages adaptability, enabling graduates ने enable કરવું, એમને આવડત આપવી, enabling graduates to navigate the ever changing demands of the modern workforce. ये sentence वापस सुनना है. You can close your eyes. In addition, such an educational model encourages adaptability, enabling graduates to navigate the ever changing demands of the modern workforce. it is evident that combining these two aspects can lead to a more comprehensive and robust, robust, robust matlab very strong, very energetic, okay, very strong. So it is evident that matlab સ્પષ્ટ થઈ ગઈ છે આ વાત, ठीक है. It is very clear that it is evident that combining these two aspects can lead to a more comprehensive matlab detailed, एकदम detailed, it can lead to a more comprehensive and robust education system. Clear? This paragraph will be for Meet to read. I will just erase the extra words I've written. Meet, you can start.
Indeed, a balanced approach appears to be the most effective solution. Universities should strive to integrate both practical and theoretical elements within their curriculum. This holistic approach ensures that students not only acquire applicable skills but also develop the intellectual depth necessary for problem solving. In addition, such an educational model encourages adaptability, enabling graduates to navigate the ever-changing demands of the modern workforce. It is evident that combining these two aspects can lead to a more comprehensive and robust education system.
Okay. अब ये पैराग्राफ की जरूरत नहीं है, ये मैंने ऐसे ही एक्स्ट्रा लिखा है जस्ट टू गिव यू मोर कंटेंट, ठीक है. सो मैंने मेरा ओपिनियन अब जाके लिखा है. दिस वाज ऑल जस्ट एक्स्ट्रा थिंग्स सो आई कुड गिव यू मोर वोकैब, मोर कंटेंट, मोर पॉइंट्स. बट हियर कम्स माय ओपिनियन. In my opinion, while practical skills are undeniably important, मेरे ओपिनियन में चलो प्रैक्टिकल स्किल्स तो अनडिनायबली इंपॉर्टेंट है ही. कल अनडिनायबल के लिए एक और वर्ड किया था, क्या था? इन
Controvertible.
कंट्रोवर्टेबल. ब्रिलियंट. कौन बोला ये?
हरिओम.
Okay, incontrovertible, right? In my opinion, while practical skills are incontrovertibly important, undeniably important, but they should not come at the expense of theoretical knowledge. મારા ઓપિનિયનમાં હા કે ચલો પ્રેક્ટિકલ સ્કિલ્સ અનડિનાયેબલી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ છે, બટ એ થિયોરિટિકલ નોલેજના એક્સપેન્સ પર ના મળવું જોઈએ કે પ્રેક્ટિકલ કરવાને के लिए हमने थियोरी कम करवा दिया. थियोरी शुड नॉट सफर बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. तो कहीं ना कहीं मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि थियोरिटिकल इंपॉर्टेंट काफी नॉलेज काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है. सो अगेन, in my opinion, while practical skills are undeniably important, they should not come at the expense of theoretical knowledge. Ultimately, it is the
Synergy.
synergy, दोनों चीजों का कॉम्बिनेशन, दोनों के बीच का बैलेंस. दो चीजों को मिक्स करना उसको सिनर्जी बोलते हैं. ये वर्ड तो डेफिनेटली लिख लो. सिनर्जी, I'll get into that word a little bit more later on. Ultimately, it is the combination, it is the balance between both, ठीक है. It is the synergy between these two components that produces well-rounded individuals capable of contributing meaningfully to society. This clearly demonstrates that a balanced educational framework is not merely desirable, but it is essential in today's world. एक balanced educational framework जो होता है એ ફક્ત આપણને ગમે એવી વસ્તુ નથી. merely मतलब ફક્ત, only. It is not merely desirable, but it is an essential in today's world. In conclusion, although practical skills play a crucial role in enhancing employability, theoretical knowledge remains equally vital for intellectual and professional growth. Therefore, universities should aim to strike a balance. Universities should aim to strike an equilibrium. Equilibrium बनने वच्चे बैलेंस, इक्विलिब्रियम बोलेंगे, ठीक है. यूनिवर्सिटी शुड एम टू strike an equilibrium between these two dimensions to achieve
Optimal outcome.
optimal outcomes. એટલે ये लिखा.
Best results.
बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स के जगह पे आप लिख सकते हो ऑप्टिमल आउटकम्स.
Outcome.
Optimal outcomes, best results. Okay, so this additional paragraph here, Meet, you can read, and then conclusion, Hariom, you can read. Chalo.
In my opinion, uh, while practical skills are undeniably important, they should not come at the expense of theoretical knowledge. Ultimately, it is the synergy between these
Synergy.
two components.
Synergy.
Synergy, yeah, it is
Hmm?
the synergy between these two components that produces well-rounded individuals capable of contributing meaningfully to society. This clearly demonstrates
Hmm?
that a balanced educational framework is not merely desirable
Hmm?
but essential in today's world.
Very nice. Last paragraph.
In conclusion, although practical skills play a crucial role in enhancing employability, theoretical knowledge remains equally vital for intellectual and professional growth. Therefore, universities should aim to strike an equilibrium between these two dimensions to achieve optimal outcomes.
Okay. I think we've gone through all of the vocab. There will not be much that will be new for you anymore. We have the first word here, employability. And employability का मतलब होता है कि नौकरी मिलने लायक. आप कितने
Hmm.
employable हो. How ready for employment are you? So कहीं ना कहीं आप देखो, the purpose of education is to make a person employable so that tomorrow he's prepared to be able to get a job in the market, right? So
Yes.
employability ka definition, the ability to gain and maintain, khali gain nahi, gain karke you
Hmm.
have to maintain also, right? So the
Yes.
ability to gain and maintain employment is your employability. And the synonyms are job readiness, marketability, work suitability. Critical thinking is a very simple word. The ability to analyze and evaluate any information objectively. That's critical thinking. Moving ahead from there. Comprehensive मैंने आप लोगों को करवाया था. Comprehensive का मतलब होता है बहुत डिटेल्ड तरीके से, कुछ भी छूट ना जाए उस तरीके से, एकदम कंप्लीट तरीके से. उसके सिनोनिम्स भी कितने सिंपल है. थरो, हम बोलते हैं ना, તમે એકદમ thoroughly તૈયારી કરીને આવજો, હા ને, કઈ રહી ના જવું જોઈએ, એકદમ thoroughly કરવાનું. So that is comprehensively करना, thoroughly करना, extensively करना. Then what we did, robust. इस तरीके से robust education system. So robust का meaning, ये simple word है durable. Durable मतलब टिकाऊ. जे वस्तु टिकाऊ હોય ને, strong and able to withstand challenges. Strong and able to withstand challenges. So मैं बोलूं कि अगर आप रोज विटामिन सी खाते हो, ठीक है, अगर आप रोज एक हेल्दी डाइट लेते हो, एक्सरसाइज करते हो, then you will have a robust immunity. ઇમ્યુનિટી એટલે આપણી રોગ પ્રતિકારક શક્તિ, રાઈટ? રોબસ્ટ
Yes.
ઇમ્યુનિટી મતલબ એકદમ ડ્યુરેબલ, સ્ટર્ડી, રેઝિલિયન્ટ, સમથિંગ that is strong and able to withstand challenges. That is robust. ठीक है?
Robust.
उस आप इम्यूनिटी से रोबस्ट वर्ड याद रखो, रोबस्ट इम्यून सिस्टम, स्ट्रांग. इंडिस्पेंसिबल में मैंने बेस्ट फ्रेंड का एग्जांपल दिया था. माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज इंडिस्पेंसिबल इन माय लाइफ. एना वगर ना चाले, जरूरी, ऑफ पैरामाउंट इंपॉर्टेंस, જોઈએ જ. सिंपल, एसेंशियल, वाइटल, क्रूशियल,
Crucial.
absolutely necessary, essential, vital,
Vital.
crucial.
Crucial.
That is indispensable. एब्स्ट्रैक्ट यहाँ पे उतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, इट्स ओके. कॉम्पिटेंसी मैंने आप लोगों को बोला था आवड़त. What are your core competencies? તમારામાં main skills કયા છે? Main આવડતો કઈ છે તમારામાં? If I ask you in an interview, what are your core competencies? So your skills or your abilities required to do something effectively. See, very simple. Competencies के synonyms में आएगा capabilities, स्किल्स या तो आपकी एक्सपर्टीज. आपकी
Expertise.
एक्सपर्टीज क्या है? सुपरफिशियल, वेरी सिंपल, आई हैड टोल्ड यू, ऊपर ऊपर थी, बाहर थी, नॉट डीप, राइट? लैकिंग डेप्थ और थरो अंडरस्टैंडिंग. सुपरफिशियल, हम दोनों का प्यार सुपरफिशियल था. वी डिडंट हैव रियल फीलिंग्स फॉर ईच अदर. ऊपर ऊपर से हम एक दूसरे को पसंद करते थे, बट इट वॉज लैकिंग एनी डेप्थ और थरो अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ठीक है, सुपरफिशियल. शैलो, शैलो मतलब देखो शैलो का
Chich- Chichru.
ऑपोजिट શું કહેવાય?
Chichru.
उसका ऑपोजिट होता है डीप. डीप એટલે ઊંડું, एकदम ઊંડું જવું એટલે डीप ने. सो डीप का ऑपोजिट हुआ शैलो. पानी बोलते हैं ना, एकदम शैलो वाटर. दैट्स अ न्यू गुजराती वर्ड फॉर मी. ठीक है, सो सुपरफिशियल इज बेसिकली शैलो. ठीक है. अडेप्टेबिलिटी हम सबको पता है, अडेप्ट कर जाना. आप लोग कनाडा जाके कितने अडेप्ट हुए, राइट? वहां के वेदर, वहां के कल्चर, वहां का वर्क एनवायरनमेंट, दैट इज योर अडेप्टेबिलिटी. इक्विलिब्रियम हमने ऊपर कर दिया था, बैलेंस, स्टेबिलिटी, हार्मनी. ओके, स्टेट ऑफ बैलेंस. नाउ कम्स द पार्ट वेयर आई डिस्कस योर होमवर्क. एंड आप लोग का आज जल्दी कंप्लीट हुआ, आई थिंक, बिकॉज ओनली 2 of you आर हियर. 2 3 of you, yes. So दिस विल बी द होमवर्क. अगेन मैं आपको जितने भी एसेस करवाऊंगी, इन द एंड मैं आपको 10 ऑल्टरनेट एडवांस्ड यूज के लिए 9 बैंड सेंटेंसेस दूंगी ही दूंगी. ये सेशन के साथ न करवाने का रीजन ये होता है कि इतना लंबा ऐसे डिस्कस करके, इतना सारा पढ़ के, बाय द टाइम वी कम हियर, नो, you are already mentally a little saturated, and then discussing this part becomes very difficult for you, because how much information can you retain at one go? But these sentences are very very important. Let's see, मैं एक बार ऊपर से सारे sentences पढ़ जाऊंगी. यू कैन फोकस ऑन द स्क्रीन. ध्यान से वो वर्ड्स को देखना जो मैं बोल रही हूं, ठीक है? फर्स्ट सेंटेंस. एंड इसमें से मैं जो वर्ड्स बोलूंगी लिखते जाना. आज का लिस्ट ऑफ वोकैब एक अलग बनाओ. लिस्ट ऑफ 9 बैंड वोकैब करके एक हेडिंग दे दो इन योर नोटबुक. लिस्ट ऑफ 9 बैंड वोकैब. From every sentence, we'll get at least 1 or 2 words. Okay, first sentence. It is widely acknowledged that the primary objective of higher education extends beyond mere vocational training. It is widely acknowledged that the primary objective of higher education extends beyond mere vocational training. Write down 2 words. First word is mere, M-E-R-E. Second word is vocational. Second sentence. A persuasive case can be made that an overemphasis on practical skills may undermine intellectual rigor. अब इसमें ये जो सेकेंड वर्ड है, मैं आपको स्पेल करती हूं, उस तरीके से लिखो. परसुएड, Persuade, परसुएड, किसी को परसुएड करना. ठीक है? Persuade. नेक्स्ट वर्ड लिखो अंडरमाइन. UNDERMINE, undermine. एंड लास्ट वर्ड आप लोग लिखो RIGOR। हमने आगे रिगर का समानार्थी कर दिया है। रिगर बेसिकली रोबस्ट का ही समानार्थी है। रिगर इज अनदर वर्ड फॉर रोबस्ट, बट राइट इट डाउन, RIGOR। थर्ड सेंटेंस, while pragmatic considerations are undeniably important, they should not eclipse the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake. Again, lovely word play over here. पहले तो आप pragmatic word लिख दो, pragmatic। ये वर्ड हमने ऊपर किया, एक बार नहीं 50 बार किया। कैन यू गेस कौन सा वर्ड होगा pragmatic का सिनोनिम?
Practical.
वेरी गुड, प्रैक्टिकल। तो ये सेंटेंस का मतलब, ये एक्चुअली ये सेंटेंस बहुत सिंपल है, ध्यान से देखो। यहाँ पे यही लिखा है कि while pragmatic considerations are undeniably important, कि चलो આપણે માનીએ છે કે practical knowledge, pragmatic knowledge is undeniably important, but they should not, practical knowledge should not eclipse the theoretical knowledge। एक्लिप्स करना मतलब उसके ऊपर क्या होता है? सोलर एक्लिप्स, लूनर एक्लिप्स में क्या होता है? એને ઢાંકી ના દેવું જોઈએ, એની ઉપર શેડો ના પડી જાય, એ વસ્તુને બહાર ના કરી દે, राइट? तो इतना सिंपल सेंटेंस है वैसे कि हाँ चलो pragmatic knowledge इंपॉर्टेंट है, while pragmatic knowledge is undeniably important, but practical skills should not eclipse थियोरिटिकल नॉलेज। सो आप लिख के रखो, कहीं पे आपको मौका मिले तो एक्लिप्स वर्ड के साथ वर्ड प्ले करना, ECLIPSE, एक्लिप्स। नाउ हियर आई विल नॉट टेल यू द मीनिंग, आई विल गिव यू द वर्ड। द नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस, खाली वर्ड लिखो, अब पूरा सेंटेंस भी नहीं रीड करूंगी मैं। डाइकोटोमी, DICHOTOMY। नेक्स्ट वर्ड लिखो डाइकोटोमी के बाद, ये वाला imperative, very common, very very regular word, imperative, IMPERATIVE, imperative। And last word for today is over here, efficacy, EFFICACY, efficacy। Now, both of you have the same homework today. I am going to stop sharing my screen. मैं ग्रुप में होमवर्क लिखना भी चालू कर रही हूं। So, homework for Meet, Hariom, and in fact also for Raj. And I'm putting it in the group, Raj, so you don't need to write down anything. But Meet and Hariom, आप definitely लिख लेना। ये जो 10 कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सेंटेंसेस है, 10 कॉम्प्लिकेटेड सेंटेंसेस, आपको इसका क्या करना है? रीड अलाउड, रिकॉर्ड, ट्रांसलेट टू गुजराती, सेंड ऑन WhatsApp. These 10 9-band sentences, one by one, each sentence. पहले read the first sentence completely, correctly. रीड करने के बाद उसको आप गुजराती में ट्रांसलेट करो, देन मूव टू द सेकेंड सेंटेंस, देन मूव टू द थर्ड सेंटेंस। इस तरीके से पूरे 10 सेंटेंसेस को रीड करेक्टली, ट्रांसलेट एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग, सेंड टू मी ऑन व्हाट्सएप। ठीक है। सेकेंड होमवर्क, I'm again writing this down in the group. Second homework will be, अभी मैंने आपको जो list of vocab दिया, list of वोकैब्युलरी गिवन, मैंने अभी जितने भी आपको लास्ट में अलग से 9 बैंड वोकैब लिखवाया, लिस्ट ऑफ वोकैब्युलरी गिवन, वो आपको पूरा लिखना है, राइट इन नोटबुक। उसके बाजू में नेक्स्ट टू इट राइट डाउन मीनिंग, એ વર્ડનું મીનિંગ શું થાય છે, રાઇટ ઇન નોટબુક। नेक्स्ट टू इट राइट डाउन मीनिंग या तो डेफिनेशन। उसके बाजू में राइट द गुजराती वर्ड फॉर इट, એને ગુજરાતીમાં શું કહેવાય એ વર્ડ ને, ठीक है। राइट द गुजराती वर्ड फॉर इट एंड सेंड पिक्चर, सेंड फोटो। ये 10 वर्ड्स, वर्ड, उसका मीनिंग, એને ગુજરાતીમાં શું કહેવાય। एंड लास्ट होमवर्क, थर्ड होमवर्क, वो ये डॉक्यूमेंट के अंदर आप देखो एमसीक्यूज दिए हुए हैं, एमसीक्यू टाइप क्वेश्चंस। फिनिश एंड सेंड पिक्चर। It has been sent to the group. You can see on your document last में vocab के ऊपर एक MCQ synonym test है। पहला वर्ड है employability, दूसरा है robust। ये पूरा आपको इसमें I think there are 10 questions. Yeah. So you have to just complete these MCQs and you have to click a picture and send it to me. I'll tell you how many answers are correct or incorrect. All okay? Any questions, any doubts? Tomorrow, when we reconnect, we are going to be doing a reading task. We've done writing for 2 days, so we're going to give you a mental break, and tomorrow we'll do reading. Reading may be most likely it's going to be very, very thorough. It's going to be very detailed. In 1 hour, we will probably not complete more than 2 passages. We'll mostly be able to complete only 2 reading passages. We'll see. We'll see how you are able to cope with it, and उसके हिसाब से करेंगे, ठीक है? Just give me a moment. Okay. So that's it for today's session. Let's quickly talk to each other for a little while. I connected with Hariom at the beginning of the session. He was the first one to join. Not feeling very well, Hariom. If you want to take leave for today, or you can now turn off the camera, sit back, relax, and listen to us. That's also completely fine. Okay. We're just going to have a conversation with each other, nothing more. So, yep, let's talk to Meet. Meet, let's do a simple question today. Can you try and describe like the place where you live, your house, your room? What do you like about your residence? What would you like to change about it? Just basic things like that. Am I audible, Meet, or do you need a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Uh,
Tell me a little bit
can you?
about, yeah,
Yeah.
tell me.
So I live in a house with almost all everyone is Indian people,
Okay.
and I kind of like that because uh, we can easily get together
Mm-hmm.
really easily, like celebrate common festivals and and share the same cultural values.
Very nice. Okay.
But sometimes what happens is uh, like each and everyone like they get exhausted from
Mm-hmm.
their day-to-day life and not able to uh, like communicate properly.
Okay.
So
You're not
I
able
would
to
like,
spend time together, is that right? Not able to spend a lot of time together?
yeah, so we should have like a single day where we can get everyone like all people together and eat dinner or maybe watch some movie.
Okay, you can have a movie night or you can get together for dinner. You can talk to each other. You can communicate, interact, right? So you miss those kind of interactions. Did you have that more when you were in India, and is it lesser now in Canada?
Yeah, in India, I think maybe I was a student, so it was easy to connect with friends and
Hmm.
even the family relatives because
Relatives?
yeah, because we were studying most of the time. Like we were
Mm-hmm.
busy during exam, but we get lots of time to do some other extracurricular activities as well, such as like playing a sport or
Mm-hmm.
maybe reading together or like playing some kind of indoor games as well.
Okay.
But whereas in Canada, like everyone is kind of busy in their job, like they will be in college, they have lots of
Mm-hmm.
assignments while also doing maintain managing part-time work as well.
Okay. So, like your social life was much more robust in India. In Canada, social life is a little slower. Like you're very caught up with your work, with your responsibilities, and all sorts of things, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. So, following up on that question, I'm sure, like, because of this, there are times when you feel quite lonely. So, what do you do when you feel lonely? How do you make yourself feel better?
So the good thing about this place is I'm kind of living in a community house. So in each center we have some elders, and they are very open to us, and we can share our problems. And if we are feeling lonely or even like demotivating, we can talk and we can talk to them, and they are really, I can say, a really good mentor.
Okay. Okay. Now can you tell me, like, when you have a day off from work, I don't know, maybe it's during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So when you have a day off, or even when you have a little vacation, like during Christmas or whatever, during those times, what is it that you do to fill up your time? What kind of activities do you take part in?
So in my maybe like leisure time or during holidays, I try to play some indoor sports because of weather. It is not possible to play outdoor activities. Mostly sports like volleyball, maybe a table tennis or a pool table. So I try to get engaged in those kinds of activities. And apart from that, I also like to listen to lots of podcasts and learn about different topics such as AI,
Mm-hmm.
geopolitics, or economics.
Okay, it's good you told me that. I have given you the homework that I've given you, but apart from that, today I'll share a couple of podcasts on the group. Okay, I'll not share too many at once. I'll only share one or two. So you can also target that you can listen to these podcasts before your next session. They'll not be very long. They'll be short, not very time consuming, but something with good English, and you'll be able to learn something as well. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Meet, yeah, you talked about the weather. What is the weather like today in Canada? How is it today where you are?
I think today the weather is kind of better. Like it is a sunny weather
Okay.
and sun, and I think it keeps us energetic. The sun's energy. Uh, because in Canada, mostly days are cloudy and
Gloomy.
you don't get to
Mm-hmm.
yeah, gloomy. You don't get to get the exposure of sun most often throughout the year. Like maybe like 150 days or something,
Okay.
there will be sunny days.
So bright and sunny days. During these days, do you like to go out to the garden or go for a picnic or I don't know, go for a walk? Do you get time to do that?
So mostly like on weekends, I try to go for a walk or in these kinds of sunny weather, and it really feels better, mentally, and as well as some sort of physical exercise like going to garden or doing some push-ups or pull-ups, things like that.
Sounds good. Sounds like a fun time. Raj, are
Yeah.
you available to talk to us a little bit? He's probably caught up, engaged in work. No problem. We'll have the next session today. This session is entirely recorded. So, wherever you guys feel like you want these recordings because you want to go through a particular, session again during your free time, you can let me know. I can share it via Google Drive or something. We'll figure it out. Recordings काफी लंबे हैं, but I'll find a way to share it with you guys. So let me know whenever you want the recordings. I'll put it up on some place where you can all access it. That's one thing. Another thing, do send me all of your email IDs on the group today. I'm collecting everybody's email ID so that थोड़ा extra material मैं आप लोगों को वहां पे भी share कर पाऊँ. So me, Hariom and Raj, the three of you share your email ID without fail. Second session अपने regular time पे होगा. In case you're available and you have free time, you are more than welcome to join the second session also. आप दिन में 2 sessions freely attend कर सकते हो, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ठीक है? All of you ready to do your homework? हरिओम
Yes,
टेक
ma'am.
सम रेस्ट मेक श्योर दैट यू मैं आपको एक वर्ड दे देती हूँ चैट में मेक श्योर दैट यू रिक्यूपरेट RECUPERATE रिक्यूपरेट मतलब आराम करके रिकवर करना बीमारी से रिकवर करते हैं ना सो रिक्यूपरेट मतलब टू रिकवर RECUPERATE Get good sleep, have lots of fluids, get your energy levels up, recuperate, do your homework later on when you feel better. Take a day off work if you feel like you need to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Meet, I'll wait for your homework as well. Do it whenever you can. And Raj, I'll see you again in the next session. It's definitely going to be a repeat of this session, but it's good that you're attending both. Even though it might seem boring at times, you're getting to learn a lot. So don't worry about it and see me in the next one, okay? All
I
right,
just have
guys.
one
Yeah,
question, ma'am.
ask me.
Yeah. Like I haven't booked my exam yet. So should I appear for like self-tip or IELTS? I was just confused about that.
Give me another 1 or 2 days so that I can make the right decision in your case, like, taking your personality, your learning style into account. If I forget, remind me to give you the answer by Friday latest. I'll let you
Okay, ma'am.
know in just another 1 or 2 sessions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to stop recording now.